What's up, everybody? Here we are. We're going to get at it. Another hot topic. Going to talk about NFL and some NFL talk. And my man, Dez Bryant.
What?
That's Michael Irvin. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Totally different.
Don't get it twisted. All right, so Dez Bryant came out. Dez Bryant came out, and he made a statement about he's going to work hard this year. He don't care what anybody say. If you ain't riding with him, kiss his ass.
No doubt.
You know, he's feeling like, yo, listen, man, I want my money. I'm going to prove to y'all that y'all got me wrong. What's your take on Dez Bryant?
Okay. Yo, shout out to Leaf, man. I wish Leaf was here because he'd probably be like, yeah. So, Dez just, listen, the kid's not playing well.
Leaf will be here talking about his catch radius and.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, listen, come on, man. Give me your take, not Leaf's take. Give me your take.
I'm going to say this, that Dez clearly has dropped off. And some people say he fell off a cliff. I appreciate the fact of him saying what he said as far as, yo, I'm going to work hard and whatnot. But, yo, bro, you got to take a pay cut. Like, I'm going to need you to take a pay cut because you're putting up number 2 and on some good teams, number 3 receiver numbers. Like, he hasn't been the same. We all know Dez has never been a speed guy. He's always been, he's got the size. He's got that, the big, quote-unquote, catch radius. We've always known him to be that. He's an impactful player. And by the way, the NFL owes me an apology for saying I was a catch. But anyway, I just look at it like Dez has he's got to do some real soul searching. I think the Cowboys, in my opinion, they got to bring him to the table and say, yo, listen, dude, we either going to cut you or you got to take a pay cut. And until further notice. Because, yo, the guy he hasn't played well. He's dropped a lot of passes. I mean, we could blame some on Dak. I do understand that some of it is his chemistry with Dak. But at the same time, you're a leader, and you're supposed to be that, quote-unquote, top 5 receiver. Years ago, we were arguing if Dez was one of the top 2-3 receivers in the league. And to drop off this far, Dez, come on, man. Come on. I'm going to need you to take that pay cut, man. I need that money.
All right, Bangs, the Dallas Cowboy hater. All right, get at us.
Well, I got nothing to say. Now, yeah, the kid isn't playing well. But, look, man, proof is in the pudding, man. It's great that he's saying all this, but go out there and show it. You know what I mean? As far as him taking a pay cut, business-wise, I understand what the Cowboys are doing. But I also understand what Dez is doing. You know what I mean? This is the whole, getting on subject a little bit, but this is the whole guaranteed contracts in the NFL.
The contract
and all
he
that.
gave me, right.
You know what I mean? So, I got to uphold my end of the bargain, but you don't have to uphold your end of the bargain when you feel, I'm not playing well. To me, all it is with Dez Bryant is just go out there and prove it, man. I don't know what's going to happen with him taking a pay cut. I don't know. And if he does, we'll see.
But so before you chime in, on top of your answer, I'm going to ask you this question too. Do you think Dallas should cut him? But go ahead. I'm going to let you go.
All right. So, I'm on record as being a very harsh critic of Dez Bryant.
Absolutely.
I'm a very harsh critic of Dez. But
Cowboys are trash.
In the past,
don't do that.
In the past couple of days, I've evaluated a couple of things, which is the Dallas Cowboys situation. I ain't do no soul searching. I don't. Listen. My eyes done show me everything.
Listen. Avery, he's setting us up. He's setting us up. You're gonna be like, and I've come to the conclusion that Dez sucks. So you got to get cut.
Listen, my soul is not going to show me anything different than my eyes. But what I am going to say is this. I would not ask Dez to take a pay cut, and I wouldn't cut him either. I would ride out this year. Reason being is it's a twofold process. One is this. There's nobody in free agency right now, as I see looking at the list, that's a game changer for us, that can walk in and take Dez's place off the rip. Now, if Dallas was to make a trade and upgrade and get another complimentary wideout, then that's a different story.
Someone better, like Odell Beckham or something
No, I wouldn't say that either. But
you wouldn't say Odell Beckham is better than Dez?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's not do that. Odell's name in this conversation.
Let's not do that.
You're trying to change the narrative.
Let's not do that.
Largely. But what I'm going to say is this. I don't see us drafting a wide that's going to walk in with our draft position where we are, that's going to walk in and be able to replace Dez year one.
Listen.
So,
just real quick. Can you just say the Cowboys? Because when you say us, that implies that that's like everybody at the table. It's not everybody at the table. It's y'all two who are Cowboys fans. All right?
Listen.
I don't rock with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Let's just keep that. Let's just put that out there.
What I'm saying is this here. If we do
Here we go.
If we do keep him, I would say this would be his prove-it year. He would have to really go back to those numbers that we expect of him and play to the level that we expect of him. If he does that, then I'm all in.
I don't think he's ever going to get those numbers again.
If he doesn't, then we cut him in the offseason, and it's only a $4.5 million cap hit against us. That's why I say right out the year.
It's not going to happen though. It's really not going to happen. I mean, they're going to. I think they're really going to go to him and say, we need to either renegotiate your contract or we're going to have to cut you.
Well, listen.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
If they do that, it doesn't. The best thing for the Cowboys to do, if they're thinking about cutting ties with him, is to trade him, because you got to get some kind of value out of him. If it's not a draft pick, if it's not a player, you have to get something. Just straight cutting him is stupid.
What do you think of Greg Jennings telling Dez to take the pay cut?
I think Greg Jennings is a hoe.
Wow. Yes, I like that. Yeah,
wow.
I applaud.
I think he's a hoe.
Wow.
Because here's why. Here's why.
I totally agree.
Because Greg Jennings last year with Minnesota, he wanted a contract. And he tried to shop himself to get a contract. Nobody told him about taking a pay cut. He was trying to get his money. Don't talk about the next man.
No, but what happened was why he said it is they told him. Remember, he was with the Packers, and they said, "Take the pay cut." They said, "Take the pay cut, or we're gonna have to cut you."
He didn't take it.
He didn't take it.
Right.
They cut him. I think he was on the record talking about it. He was at like $10 million a season. The pay cut wanted to pay him like $7 million. He said the next contract he got was like $3 or $4 million.
He went to the Vikings.
Right. So what he was saying is, know your worth, Des. You know what I'm saying? That you're not going to recoup that money.
But you can't tell the next man to do something you didn't do because he went to try and get his money.
I understand. But what he is saying is, I tried to go the route that you're thinking about going, and it didn't work out for me.
I got you.
Right. So it's almost like a father talking to a son, like, I don't want to see you go down the same road that I did.
No, because Greg, let's be honest. See, Greg, let's have a little bit of honesty. When you left the Packers, you went to the Vikings, you wasn't that good anymore. That's what it comes down to. He left the Vikings, he went to the Dolphins. Yeah. He did nothing there. So once again, you can't tell the next man about his money.
I agree.
Right, from a money standpoint.
Right, from a money
but
standpoint.
But I think if from the eyeball test, I think the eyeball test, I think looking at Dez, I think he can have a better year than last year. I just don't know if he can put up the numbers that he's put in his apex. I don't think he can do that anymore. I don't think he's that type of player. On top of that, I don't think Dak is ready to deliver on that front yet. On top of that, I don't think the Cowboys, as an offense, with Ezekiel Elliott are built. It's not a Dez offense. It was when Tony was there, it was more of a pass, happy type of offense. They're more balanced now. I just don't think Dez is going to put up those type of numbers. Now, we need him to.
Just real quick, man. You like, I know you don't like Dez or whatever, but it's like whenever somebody says Dak is not, delivering passes where he needs to be, you make this face.
I do.
But it's true. It's true. He's never been this man has never been a speed guy. He's never been a separation guy. He's been put the ball high and I'll go up and get it. And Dak is not doing that a lot of times.
Chemistry's not there.
It's not there.
First thing is this. You have a second-year quarterback.
Okay.
You have a veteran that I will constantly say I'm going to hold at a higher. Follow me? My expectations for Dez is higher because he's about to be an 8-year vet.
Okay.
That's my thing. Balls that can be caught to help the situation out, he's not catching those.
All right.
That's why I say I never said that Dak isn't accurate, anything like that. What I'm saying is Dak has his flaws for a second-year quarterback. Right. You have an 8-year vet here that is not living up to the expectations that even he talked about in the offseason.
So is it Dez or the system?
Oh my God!
What was that?
My whole thing is this: it's not even so much. First of all, don't get me started.
I hate the system though, but go ahead.
It's not even so much the numbers for me. Yeah, Marinelli's a hoe. It's more so that Dez has not.
But go ahead.
He has not made and had those impactful plays when he needed to. On those third downs, when we on crossing routes and you dropping balls, like, bro, he has not made them. Listen, if this guy caught 75 passes or 70 passes, which is pretty decent, right, and put up 800 yards, gave me 5 touchdowns, but he made plays, I wouldn't be beefing right now.
Listen,
I wouldn't be. That's me. I wouldn't be beefing right now.
But now, let me just add this. And Shannon Sharp said this a couple weeks ago, and it was very, very deep. He spoke to a couple of DBs, and they told him Dez is not even brought up in the room. Talking to cornerbacks.
Who said that?
Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
Dez is not even talked about because, again, they know he's limited. They know how to defend Dez.
Yeah, he's not like Odell Beckham
because of his limitations. And just like Odell Beckham, you put him on a yacht. Put him on a yacht, let the playoffs come, and he ain't gonna show up.
Good.
So all you gotta do is that's all you gotta do.
Doubt.
Certain guys, they're not Julio Jones, Antonio Bryant. There's a couple of guys out there that you can.
I do think though it is a little bit of the system that Dez is in. I do think Lineham's offense is very predictable. I do think it's very vanilla. I do think when you have guys saying, they don't do nothing special and things like that, I do think it has something to do with how they use him. I will tell you, I think like if Dez gets passed off to another team, you pass that guy to Green Bay. You never
know, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
Listen,
I hate Jason. It's the Jason Garrett
I'm
thing.
going to reserve myself for this season to see what
I
let him live.
I agree. But I'm telling you, not even. I hate the Cowboys, but if Dez goes somewhere and puts up like 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns with like 90, it might really be. Then you got to look at Dak a little bit more, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's our take, man. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Peace man.
Out.
Best receiver in the league, Odell Beckham Jr.
Hip hop.